Hi, Leonard Simchek here with my dear friend Mari Frank, who's the co-author of our book, Fighting for Love, Turning Conflict into Intimacy. And Mari is a tremendous wealth of wisdom. And so I'm going to ask you, Mari, oh wise woman that you are. Uh, she helps people in mediation and help resolve conflict. Mari, why do we fight?
Well, there's lots of reasons why we fight, but let me just talk about one today. And that is when we grow up, we have certain needs that are being met. We have positive experiences and we have negative experiences. And so sometimes those clash when we get together with our loved one. And actually, they're probably meant to clash so that we can grow from it. Let me give you an example about my own husband, which hopefully he won't see this. But with us, for example, when I was a little girl growing up, my parents were working very hard, 6 days a week. They were never around. And I felt like I really didn't get the kind of affection and love and attention that I needed. And in fact, I didn't even have a pet. You know, I could never have a dog or a cat or anything. And so that for me was a need that I had, a need to connect, a need to have attention. My husband, on the other hand, grew up with parents. His mother was a stay-at-home mom, and he felt that he was smothered as a little boy growing up, always around. But he did have dogs, and he always had animals, and so he didn't have that feeling. He had a need for space. So you can imagine what happens when we get together. My need to connect and have lots of cuddling and attention and all that, that goes against his need to have space and not feel smothered. So it used to cause conflict after our, beginning stage of love, but we've been together 27 years and we kind of learned like, oh my goodness, these are really kind of the opposites, aren't they? So we had to grow from each other. So that was something that we could realize that, hey, I need to recognize and be mindful that he needs space and he has to be mindful that I need the affection. So we have to kind of negotiate that. If you, in your own relationship, think about your childhood and your spouse or your lover's childhood, talk about it, and then see where they come together and where they clash. And see if you can do what we did. We negotiated it. So that's one reason why we fight. And Leonard, you and I have a whole chapter on that. So we can talk about another one later.
Well, thank you. You always are able to share your personal experience to really help us get a better handle on conflict. Thanks, Mari.
Bye.